The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature.
It's showtime.
It is showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, bienvenidos, señores y señores. Here at Circle Bay Podcast, episode 138, 138. Of course, the Divas when I've been seen here with mi familia, mi hermano, mi sangre, my blood, damn it, my all. He's my all. He's my one and only, all right? So fuck out, ladies. No, except for you, Angie. So I love you, but no, he's all yours. It's only mine for 2 hours. Okay, that's it. Yes, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is the one, the only Mr. DeLorean himself that takes you everywhere, anywhere, back in time, maybe the future. Because you know what? Because he is Mr. DeLorean himself.
Hey, Doc, we better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88. Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
You don't need no roads where this man takes you, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. That's Mike De Niro, ladies and gentlemen.
What up? What up? How's it going? Broadcast already in the building. What's popping, broadcast?
It's popping the future.
Already in the future. That's on some DeLorean shit right there. But anyway, what up, everybody? Can't wait to talk about this big episode. We have a lot to talk about, and we are going to be giving our predictions, or as Ivan would say, our predictions for Saturday because the Royal Rumble's coming up. So I'm excited.
That is right. I am excited, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get into it, very, very quick, do not forget, it's almost Valentine's Day coming up, ladies and gentlemen. For all you ladies out there who are listening or watching, you want to get your vato, your baby daddy, your Sancho, whoever you want to call him, or your husband, or your boyfriend. Make sure that, jeez, I'm trying to everything overall. Make sure you want to purchase your wonderful Valentine's gift at manscaped.com. Make sure you go to manscaped.com and put the promo code DeLorean, capitalize DeLorean for 20% off all your Manscaped merchandise. Of course, get the lawnmower, the lawn mowing down there. Keep it nice and fresh and clean for y'all ladies. They even have baby powder. They even have the boxers, which is nice and comfy. So if you want to think about a great Valentine's gift, go to manscaped.com, put in a promo code DeLorean, 20% off, ladies and gentlemen. That's 20%. That's a lot. You know, you may say that 10%, but 20 is a lot.
20% is a lot, but I'm going to do something else for the fans, the Circle Debate, and the Wrestling Delorean Podcast. From February 1st till February 14th, Valentine's Day, I'm going to throw on an extra 5%, 25% off from February 1st to Valentine's Day. You can't beat those prices. Anything on the site, 25% off, DELOREAN. Come on, ladies, guys, just fucking buy something. Buy something. Can't go wrong.
20%, 25%, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. We're courtesy of the homie Sam from Manscaped. That's my homie now.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. And also for all you SoCal, of course, pro wrestling fans out there, tomorrow, of course, I will be attending, and we will do our predictions for tomorrow for PCW Ultra anniversary coming up tomorrow, January 27th, of course, at Wilmington, California, of course, at the UIWO Hall Memoriam. I will be there, of course, in attendance. We'll be going live. I'll be live on location here on the channel for the Wrestling Delorean Podcast, and we're going to do our predictions for this card as we have Viva Van defending the PCW Ultra Women's Championship versus Masha Slamovich. Jacob Fatu defending the PCW Ultra Heavyweight Championship versus Black Taurus. You have Jay Bidell defending the PCW Ultra Lightweight Championship versus Davey Richards. The return of Davey Richards is SoCal. I'm excited. I'm pumped to see Davey Richards. I haven't seen him since 2016, I believe. So It's been a while. Probably prior to that. Way before that, actually. 2009, I think, PWG. When he won the actual title away from Kenny Omega. Before he became, by God, Kenny Omega. But yes, make sure. Go to PCWUltra.com. Buy your tickets. Get them now. Because they're selling like hotcakes. Front row's already sold out. VIP's already sold out. Get right now the general admission tickets before the time. But by tomorrow will be by 2 o'clock. So make sure. Purchase them now. You got until tomorrow, till 2 o'clock. Pacific Standard Time, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, and for all the SoCal Pro, wrestling fans that are listening as well.
Most definitely, and definitely check out the prediction show here tomorrow because you never know who's going to pop up. Last time we did the PCW prediction show, unannounced, we had Hammerstone on the show. So you never know who's going to pop up. So definitely check out the prediction show live here tomorrow on the Wrestling Delorean podcast.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the action now. Here we go, as Joe Ring will say. So let's get into it. Now, of course, we had no New Japan show because, of course, it was football season, ladies and gentlemen. It's playoffs. So it's kind of difficult to be on, of course, on a Saturday. But yes, very brief. I want to get De Niro's take on this, the Great Muda's bye-bye events that happened this past Sunday that happened, of course, in Pro Wrestling Noah. And it was the Great Muda, Darby Allin, and Sting. Okay, of course, versus Akira, Hakushi, and Marufuji. I want to get your takes, De Niro. What were your thoughts of Darby's and Sting's performance in the match overall and the card itself? I mean, there was a lot of guest appearances, especially Ultimo Dragon, along with Sonny Ono. Seeing Sonny Ono taking the selfie picture with the old school camera.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. So I enjoyed that. Seeing Ultimo Dragon and Sonny Ono back together since like the WCW's the last time they were together. But break it down for us, brother. What were your thoughts of this main event, Darby and Sting's performance, and the card overall?
Overall, the card was really good. I'll tell you this right now. Japanese wrestling is on fire from January 4th. No, actually from January 2nd, from when Noah hosted Nakamura versus the Great Muda. All through Wrestle Kingdom, and then we're ending the month off with the what up, Kofi Weaston? How you doing, homie?
Dirty Heels, baby.
Dirty Heels approved. We what's called ending the month off with the bye-bye event, the last match for the Great Muda. It's not the last match for Keiji Muto. He will be wrestling Naito, which is awesome because I think that's a dream match right there. But the last match of the legendary Great Muda, amazing month for Japanese wrestling. What up, Nick? How you doing, homie? So amazing month for Japanese wrestling. The match itself was really cool to see because someone like me who grew up on Sting, we all know the history between Sting and the Great Muda. Really cool to see Sting being a part, of the Great Muda's last matchup. And on top of that, really cool to see guys like Hakushi, who I was just covering on the ECW review as Jinsei Sasaki, who was one of my favorite Japanese wrestlers. And on top of all that, on top of having legendary people in this ring like Sting and the Great Muda and Marufuji, who's been on top of Noah's world for like fucking how long? For years, right? I think it was really, really cool to see Darby Allin get that rub because Darby Allin, going into this, I don't know how known he is in Japan, but he's virtually unknown. And for him to get the rub of teaming up with the Great Muda in Great Muda's last matchup, fucking awesome to see. Darby Allin's been on fire lately. I remember going to I think it was an Evolve show back in 2011, and Darby Allin was on that show. I would have never predicted that man would be in the Great Muda's last matchup. Big shout out to Darby Allin. I love the main event. What up, Dom? How you doing, homie?
What's going on? Dom, of course, Second Philly Dom, Top Rope Wrestling Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Mr. Universal himself, Nick Dieterding, the Universal Wrestling Podcast.
Yes, sir.
I enjoyed the card. The card was great overall. One thing, Hakushi, I was surprised for his age, for the shape that he was in. I think it was 56. He's 56 now. Man, he looked really in great shape. I don't know what the hell he's been doing to keep himself in shape, but he's been doing, I guess, whatever he's been doing, but he's still in great shape. Great performance by him. Akira as well. I knew the matchup, why this occurred, why they picked Akira, because they have matches with Darby's, of course, athleticism as well as Akira's athleticism as well. Yeah. And Sting and Marufuji, man, who wouldn't want to see that matchup? I mean, that was like a dream match to see. Of course, we know Great Muda and Hakushi, they go way back for the rivalries in All Japan and New Japan. So I was really happy to see that. Great goodbye for Muda. I think Darby had the greatest experience, how you mentioned. That's a big, right there, resume in your resume, excuse me. It's a big one because it's like you participated in one of the Legends finals matchup in his career, along with another legend who was his rival at the time, and his tag team partner as well. So I'm happy for Darby. He got that experience, and also happy that he got to know Japan. And for him to say, I want to come back. I want to do more matches here. I hope that he gets an opportunity. I hope they give Darby that opportunity for him to return and participate more for Noah. Heck, maybe for New Japan. I would love to see him going to New Japan, and
he would do amazing with the juniors. I would love that.
He would do fucking amazing with it. I hope that he participated in a Super Junior one they're going to be having. It's pretty much international. It's every participant around the world. I don't know who they're going to bring in, but I'm looking forward for that. Yes. Oh yes, it got you going, Flanders, Dom. Oh, I got you, baby. Don't even
gotta do it.
Yeah. First, they got us Flanders. It does. All right, let's go ahead and move on, of course, to the Raw 30 recap. That's right. Raw 30 was an insane show, one of the most highest viewers of all time for Monday Night Raw for the first 2 hours. Of course, the third hour kind of slant because nobody knew that Brock Lesnar was going to go, but he showed up at the main event for Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory. But it was great to see the likes of, I guess Hogan, you could say, but he didn't get much, ovation. Of course, that Mike Botch. But good to see Farouk, good to see Farouk, Ron Simmons, good to see him, good to see Teddy Long. I was really happy to see Teddy. One thing, of course, the highlight of the night of this Raw 30 was, of course, the trial of Sami Zayn, which I was just like, oh my God. And just, oh my God, it was amazing. And not only that, also the opening matchup for Raw, the Judgment Day versus, the Bloodline, seeing Sami, I'll come in, I'll do it, I'm gonna do it. And then him coming in and seeing Sami taking over, and then Roman. Oh man, this is just the beginning of. I can't wait till we get into Rumble, but man, a lot of controversy here for Raw 30 because people were disappointed because the Bellas made a comment on IG Live about, hey, they didn't acknowledge us, they didn't mention us, the Women's Revolution, because they can't talk about Mercedes, Monet, so much controversy. And they're like, where the hell was Mick Foley? So it was just so much. And then seeing the Bellas, of course, coming back, seeing Nikki. Oh, well, no, because they flew us over because we were, pretty much promoting, this, which is tonight on E, which is the Bellas, Nikki Bella's wedding. I do promoting that, and which I think is bullshit. I think is she caught herself in the bubble. I mean, and she even said, "Oh no, so don't take anything what I said. So that's BS. Don't turn it around. Too late, honey. You fucked up for saying what you said on that day. So for you to take it back, sorry, man. Sorry, baby. It ain't gonna work here. It ain't gonna fly." And like, I was gonna jump through my TV and grab Solo's arm if Jay had it.
That's a fact, yo. What storytelling that shit was? That shit was fucking picture perfect storytelling. I don't think you could do any better than what they fucking did.
But man, De Niro, break it down. What were your thoughts of the Raw 30 overall, and this Nikki Bella situation? Of course, the Bella Twins situation. I mean, do you agree with them that they were mentioned? I mean, break it down overall, man. Take it.
I think Raw 30 sucked ass. Nah, Raw 30 was a fucking banger show. I think that was the best Raw in a long time. And to be honest, I don't think that there was anything wrong with what they did. I feel like they showed enough of, the history of Raw, and there was clips of Charlotte. There was clips of, the Women's Revolution. So I don't see how. Because there wasn't a clip of the Bella Twins, you know what I mean? Showing Lita versus Trish Stratus in the main event of Raw was not paying homage to the original Women's Revolution, the two women that were doing it way before you guys were there. That's not showing enough homage. They had to show Mercedes Moné and the Bella Twins for you guys to be satisfied. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Listen, you guys were butthurt because you guys were not on the show. I think that you cannot say one bad thing about the show. Maybe the only thing to say is that we didn't get Becky versus Bayley in the cage match. I was interested in that. I wanted to see what would happen in the cage, but I think the show was fucking amazing. I think that anybody who hates on this show is just what I just said, a hater. You know what I mean? Like the opening segment, fucking amazing. This story between the Bloodline and Sami Zayn is one of the best storylines going in wrestling, and fucking is the best storyline going in TV. Like, name me a show that's more compelling than what they're fucking doing right now. And shout out to Devin. What up, Clark Street? Oh, he's
my tribal chief.
Word, throw it up. Throw the
ones up.
Acknowledge him.
Acknowledge him. Here, you know what? I will acknowledge you. And here we go. You have to acknowledge the tribal chief, ladies and gentlemen.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge the tribal chief. That is right. Acknowledge him. Because tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune in to Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. And we'll say here live, of course, we want to wish our brothers, our family, our blood, Devin, of course, and Hafiz from Clark Street Wrestling Podcast, a happy 4-year anniversary coming tomorrow for them. Make sure you follow them on their YouTube channel, Twitch, Spotify, Apple, anywhere, because they'll be having their 4-year anniversary tomorrow. It's going to be an epic show. I will be at least in the chat whenever I can here there, because I'll be at PCW. But I want to go ahead and give a great shout out to my brothers, my familia. You know, congratulations on 4 years, man. Love you guys. You guys always been doing it, man. And keep on killing it. Be strong. That's right. The one's up, baby. The one's up.
Most definitely. Big shout out to Clark Street.
Absolutely. John, what's going on?
What up? Thank you for being here, homie. I hate it. This moment. This moment should never happen. Undertaker with Bray Wyatt should be something special. I wanted Bray Wyatt to attack Undertaker and not help him. I mean, they're both baby faces. What are you going to do? I think that, one thing I want to say is, we've seen in the past where Raw brings in like these legends, like the Raw 25 show, where the legends basically get themselves over by the expense of the younger talent. And I think that this is the first time where it was like the perfect way of having the legends incorporated on the show, because every legend that was on this show was there to make the newer talent, the modern day talent, look better. You know what I mean? DX backing down to Imperium made Imperium look like fucking monsters. Undertaker passing the torch, so to speak, to Bray Wyatt made Bray Wyatt look like more of a star. You know what I mean? Like this was a perfect way of mixing the talent with the legends. And I think that this is the way it should be. Also, big shout out to Dominic Mysterio, who fucking is growing every single week, not only on the mic and with the character, but in the ring, because Dominic was a real star in that matchup with the Usos. I think that people are not going to even like look at that just because of the story with Sami Zayn becoming the tag team partner. But go back and watch Dominic in that match. Everything he did was crisp and picture perfect. I think he's going to be a big, big star just in like the next like year or two. In the main event, I fucking love Austin Theory. I think this new Austin Theory character, the more ruthless aggression Austin Theory, is really awesome to see. Him and Bobby Lashley were having a really good matchup until we saw Brock Lesnar. And now I'm thinking we're probably going to get the next chapter of Brock versus Bobby at the Rumble, even though it wasn't announced and it's literally this Saturday. But I would love to see them go one more time at the Rumble, because those two fucking behemoths are going to always put on a good matchup. But overall, really good Raw. I don't think that there's nothing that people could say that was bad. Like I said, maybe just that we didn't get to see a cage match between Becky and Bayley. But all the hate for it, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, people nitpicking, oh, where was Mick Foley? Motherfucker, you had like 6,000 legends on the show. Like, I love Mick Foley, but damn, you going to fucking nitpick it like that? Like, I could name a bunch of wrestlers like, oh, where was Ken Shamrock? He played a big part of Raw. Where was this person? Like, fuck out of here. Like, come on. And then they showed enough, and this is not me being sexist, this is not me hating on the women, because I'm always a big advocate for the women. They showed enough of the women's revolution. I think the Bella Twins was just butthurt that they weren't on the show. So
I think so too. I agree. I definitely agree. I think that's the reason why. Like I said, I mean, it was a 3-hour show that they had to fit in a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen. You guys complain about, hey, you know what? It's long for 3 hours. Well, guess what? This 3 hours was epic. They gave everything what the fans wanted, from the new generation era to the attitude era, mainly to the ruthless aggression to the modern era that we're in right now. I mean, you should be happy that what we got. I know it's unfortunate that we didn't get the Becky and Bayley. I know, but hey, down the line we'll probably get it after the Rumble. Who knows? They might change the story within the Rumble. I'm not quite sure, but I'm not mad about it. Or you never know. They probably will put it for Friday Night SmackDown. You never know. You never know. They might put it for SmackDown. Why not? And they
might do it at the Rumble.
That too. They probably added towards the card since we only have 5 in the card. So which we're going to get into, very, very briefly in a few moments. But I enjoyed this. I loved it top to bottom. One of the greatest Raw episodes of 2023 so far. So far, because
I agree.
With having the bloodline, of course, I've been saying the hottest thing happening in professional wrestling. Let's see what's Johnny Gonzalez. Oh, shit, guys, I'm watching. Yeah, Joey Henry called up Brian. Love it. Got to give it to Joe Henry, man. Shout out to Joe Henry, man. He deserves to be in that spotlight where he's at right now. I'm really happy for him, for sure. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed, Raw 30. And one thing I wanted to bring out too is that I'm happy for LA Knight. Reason why is, remind you, ladies and gentlemen, who maybe has not followed Eli Drake's career. Go back to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. His manager, guess who was his manager?
Oh, yes!
Exactly. Percy Pringle, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he was called. Percy Pringle, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Moody, of course, and then Paul Bearer. So he was his manager. He saw potential in this guy. And I know that Eli, I'm pretty sure, felt that, that goosebumps, like, my God, man, I'm here with my former manager who was the manager of this individual, WrestleMania after WrestleMania. What a moment for LA Knight. I know people are bashing the fact, which we're going to get into the card, but I'm happy for LA Knight to get his momentum and, to get that. Oh, the banger of podcasting is here. Tim King, ladies and gentlemen. What
up, Timmy?
The Tim King Show, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you follow the Tim King Show. Starting soon to a theater near you. YouTube near you. There you go.
Should be in theaters. God damn. Everything Tim King be doing is fucking awesome.
It's banger of a fucking banger after banger. That is right there. Real TK right there.
My bro.
But I enjoyed it. Great Raw. Like you mentioned about Dominic, yes, totally agree that he is going to be, with this character that he's developing and along with Judgment Day, he will be he has a future in WWE for sure. I see it. I know people are like, I don't like it. I'm like, no, trust me.
Fuck off.
Give it time. Give it time. That's right. Well, we love you too, brother. We love you too.
Word, love you, bro.
All right. Let's get into very brief. I want to get into NXT because we got a long way to go here. Let's see what Dom got to say here in the chat. I remember Percy from World Class blew my mind when he became Paul Bearer. LA Knight even marked out for that moment. Calm down, fickle fans. That's right. Yes. That is right. I agree. NXT, very briefly, man, if you're not giving NXT 2.0 more NXT, ladies and gentlemen, give this a chance. Right now, this is the hottest thing too as well, coming into Vengeance Day, which is coming a week from Saturday. And I'm excited because the build-up between Grayson Waller and Braun Breaker has been so much. Damn it. I need to play it. Where the hell are you?
This is such good shit.
It's good shit, I'll tell you that, because seeing that social media, Grayson Waller going into the Performance Center, like it was like a non-kayfabe, but, going after, Braun while they were training, and you see, Norman Smiley, hey, calm down, and then seeing bottles, water bottles thrown anywhere, like it was Conor McGregor style UFC. I enjoyed that. It felt real, and I love it. That is storytelling at its best. And something really tells me that Grayson might take the title. Something tells me that he might take the title, and I'm looking forward for that.
Hey, young Anthony, what up, homie?
Here we go, young Anthony. I never thought that I'll see the day here, Ivan. Yeah, I'm invested, young Hollywood. I am invested. I gave it a chance. I gave this a chance, and I am loving it. And this, I'm telling you, this story between Grayson and Braun, I can't wait for Vengeance Day. I think that's going to be an extraordinary event. I'm looking forward for that. I'm looking forward to seeing as well, seeing Roxanne Perez versus, of course, Toxic Attraction with Gigi and Jason, how they were both arguing, during the segment, and then they turn on her like they tricked her, double choke slam her into the damn table. So And I was telling in the chat, I was telling Devin from Clark's Trade, I was telling him, look, if this could end like the No Way Out, Stone Cold versus the Brothers of Destruction, we might see a double pin here. We might see Gigi and JC pin Roxanne, and they can be co-champions. They could bust it, they cool here. They could bust the Brothers of Destructions here. They could do that. If they head to that route, I will not be mad about it. I will actually love it. I will really enjoy that if that does happen. And of course, Alba Fire turning heel. I don't know what happened there. I mean, now we called it. It was expected. We see Isla Dawn, of course, with the magic powers, I believe. So I mean, but so Ruka, man, keep an eye on this girl, man. If you go back and look at it, NXT level up, keep an eye on this woman. I'm surprised they're giving her this opportunity. And man, that finisher she has, my God, it's good shit. Love it. I'm excited seeing the Creed brothers as well. They're back together now. They're gonna face, of course, the Veer brothers, I believe. So yeah, next Tuesday coming up. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I don't know, they should have booked that on Vengeance Day, but it's understanding, of course. There's a lot coming up. You have, of course, who else do you have? Of course, the New Day. Of course, they're defending their titles in the 4-way tag match. Man, it's just there's so much going on, man. We'll get into that next week, ladies and gentlemen. But that's what's going on in NXT, man. So I'm pretty sure you're excited for Waller and Braun. I'm pretty sure that's the one that you're really invested in.
Yeah, for sure. That video that came out from the Performance Center looked so fucking real. Like the only thing that was missing was somebody screaming "World Star" in the background, because that shit was a World Star video. I love the way they shot that. It looked very realistic, and that's something that we don't really see in wrestling. Like, it didn't look like they were like trying to, throw working punches. So I like that video. And then, yeah, I mean, NXT is always good. Like, I unfortunately didn't get to see this episode, but I gotta say, like, NXT has been very solid lately. I love what they're doing. I love what they're doing with Toxic Attraction. I thought a lot of people were going to think that they were just going to be like, thrown in the back of the line ever since Mandy Rose was gone. But I like that they're giving JC Jane and Gigi Dolan their own like story to run with, and giving them a chance to go after the title, because they deserve it just as much. So I'm really happy with where they're going with NXT right now.
Absolutely. Totally agree, brother. Totally agree. And I can't wait. We're waiting to see how that's going to happen, and I'm excited. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time, because it's time. Uh-oh. It's time. No, it ain't AEW, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's a predictions. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes, it is wonderful, my hearty. You're pissing me off, but I know on Dynamite, but I'm going to talk about it. But yes, it's time to give up predictions for the Royal Rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time to give it, man. And of course, let's see what Dom said. Gigi will be a huge star. She's pumped. She's getting it. Yep, me too. I am happy for her too. But man,
real quick to talk about that, just the Gigi Dolan thing. Does anyone know the Easter egg between the names of Gigi Dolan and Darby Allin? Because they used to be a couple, right? Yes. Darby Allin was a huge Gigi Allin fan.
There you go.
So that's why he has the Allin in his name. The Darby's for Darby Crash, and the Allin is for Gigi Allin. And Gigi Dolan put the Gigi in her name. So if you put her and Darby together, it's Gigi Allin. So
yeah. Good to know. You see? Good to know.
Gigi Allin was a crazy fuck.
Oh yeah, he was. Yes, he was. So there you go. For all
Stanford Stooge. You want
to don't know Stanford Stooges. There you go. You just learned something today. Even me being a Stanford Stooge. Man, time to get into the Royal Rumble prediction, ladies and gentlemen. I am excited for this Saturday. Don't forget, this Saturday as well, tune into NJPW Wrestling Podcast, of course, at their YouTube channel. They'll be having a live watch along. And of course, myself and De Niro will be there along with the DOM, Psycho Philly Dom, and of course with the banger podcasting Tim King from the Tim King Show. He will be there as well. We'll be there for the live watch along, joining in, and it's going to be a great, fantastic watch along. Make sure follow Question Wrestling Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure. Let's get into it, man. Here we go. This is the way I put it in order. I don't know if they're going to do it, but just want to just go ahead and put it right here. So, all right, let's get into the pitch black match. Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight. Let me talk to you, baby. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
I think that going into this, everybody is expecting Bray Wyatt to win his first match back, but I'm going to say LA Knight wins this matchup. And I'm going to say LA Knight wins this matchup because of the interference of Uncle Howdy. I think we're going to see Uncle Howdy get involved in this matchup, and it's going to distract Bray, or he's going to take out Bray, and that's going to be the next chapter leading into this whole, Bray Wyatt having all these personalities and who's Uncle Howdy. I think they're going to get something out of this matchup that leads to that more down the line, And also, it also will make LA Knight an even bigger star by beating Bray Wyatt in his first televised match back. So I'm going with LA Knight.
I love that. That's a good prediction. I actually do. I'm actually going to agree with you on that. I think it will happen. I think we will see Uncle Howdy get involved somehow, some way during the match. And we still don't know how this match is going to happen. It was going to be... I'm thinking it's going to be kind of like, if you remember when Sin Cara made his debut, the original one? You remember how the matches put yeah. Something tells me it might happen that way, that they might have to match kind of like that level, because it makes no fucking sense for us to I can't see shit. What's going on? All you hear is boom, 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 boom.
What if the match is actually pitch black? Goddamn.
Oh, goddamn, Howard. This will be like, I love this shit. Annoying him. He would love that.
And we're down. We're right here, bro. Definitely. It's the extreme minds.
Yes, the extreme minds for sure. But I'm with you. I think during the middle of the match, we're going to see how Uncle Howdy get involved and cause Bray Wyatt. And that's when the buildup begins for their feud at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. And like how I said, I believe last week or the week before, I mentioned that there's going to be a three-way story to this, because we're going to have eventually, which we're going to get into right now after this one, is the one who will be challenging for the women's, Raw Women's title. She's going to get involved in this too. It's going to be an intriguing and interesting story how this develops heading into Mania. Yeah. But like I said, I think you and I, we've been preaching about it, and we advocate that the fact that we're not bored of the story, because you mentioned yourself. Rush. Yeah, exactly. We're no rush. You mentioned yourself that they could delay him as much as he wants being in the ring, as long as he's telling fucking stories. And it's like, oh my god, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm with you 120%. It's just I can't wait how they're gonna book this. I'm really excited they're gonna do it. Let's see what the young Anthony got to say. I think it'll be like a different version, almost like a blindfold match. The lights go out every few seconds. There's a light and it comes out a few seconds. Yeah, that could be too, man. I mean,
interesting.
That'll be interesting too. I mean, I'm excited. I'm really invested, and I'm hoping this will be the opening matchup for the Rumble. So we'll wait and see how that's going to turn out to be. All right, let's move into the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair defending her Raw Women's versus Alexa Bliss. And this is where I mentioned she's going to get somehow involved in this. Mm-hmm. I will be shocked. And I'm going to say now, even though it's a bold prediction, I see Alexa Bliss winning this. I know. I think Uncle Howdy's going to cause Bianca this, and I see Alexa winning this by like a thread. Like something's going to happen towards the end that Bianca's going to like hit her move, and then I don't know where, pitch black, Uncle Howdy, yay! And then it's like, yeah, with the hat. I wish I had a hat on. And then that's when you see Alexa coming in, and she's snapping out of it and hit her, her finisher, and then it's over. And the world's will be like, and it happens. Yes, maybe. I know everybody is like, come on, Ivan. Really? Well, yes.
Uncle Howdy's going to mess up 2 matches? God damn you, uncle.
Yes, he will.
Hey, yo,
what the fuck?
He's like the drunk uncle at the fucking cookout. It's like, yo, someone take Howdy home. He needs a ride home.
He had too much to drink, Uncle Howdy. Yeah.
Someone call Howdy a Uber. You know?
There you go.
Thank you. I like how you have that. Oh, no, that ain't the one that's labeled as bad joke, right?
That's it. That is it.
Well, thank you.
There you go. Well, it was called that. I'm sorry. It wasn't my fault. I didn't cheat.
No, it's all good. I personally, I'm going for with this match. I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair. I think that right now she's still on fire, and I think that she has to hold this title all the way to Mania, and I think Bianca Belair goes against the winner of the Royal Rumble. I'll decide. I mean, I'll say who I think that's going to be when we get there, but I think she's gonna hold this title to Mania. So I'm gonna go with Bianca.
Yeah. Like I said, my heart says Bianca, but my mind says something's going to happen here that we're going to see a little twist on this Miss Bliss. What is going on, Ritter?
Smacking It Raw. What up, homie?
Right. Make sure you subscribe to Smacking It Raw, the #1 channel on Pornhub.com. Man, this man always brought around good shit, like always, man. Always good shit. Oh, man. But yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Then, of course, the Universal. I mean, why am I going to talk about this? I mean, I'm going to say right now, come on. I mean, fuck. There you go. Once, baby, once. But like I said, the question we don't know is how they're going to book this. Is this going to be the main event, Rumble, or this is going to be like a co for the men's? That's, I'm putting the single matches now because I want to save the Rumble for the last, But yeah. I don't know how they're going to book this, but I think this is going to be an insane matchup. I hope. The same story match psychologically, like how even though we're not getting that last man standing match, what they had was at the Rumble. Theirs was at the Rumble too, right? Was it at the Rumble like during the pandemic, right? Was it?
This is the third time they have a title match at the Rumble. Kevin Owens, when he was the Universal Champion back in like 2016, 17, whatever it was, he faced Roman Reigns at the Rumble. That was the matchup where I believe Chris Jericho was in the Shark Tank. Remember that?
Yeah. There you go.
Then during the pandemic, they had the last man standing match where they had that big ass botch with the handcuffs. They couldn't open up the handcuffs or whatever. That was 2 years ago at the Rumble, and now they're going against each other at the Rumble again. So I feel like whenever the Rumble comes around, you can expect Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns to be in the storyline.
So, man, what do you got, brother? What do you got?
I think that it would be dumb. As I'm a huge Kevin Owens fan, you know what I mean? I think it would be dumb, though, to take the title off Roman Reigns right now. Roman Reigns is on fire. There's nothing that's, boring about this guy. As much as people are like, oh, it's been too long, split up the belts, blah, blah, blah. He's still the most entertaining guy in the WWE. He still has the most compelling story, and there's nothing boring about this title reign. Take that shit all the way to Mania. Take that shit past Mania. I think that Kevin Owens is going to put up a hell of a fight, but Roman Reigns is going to obviously still be the champion leaving this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, that is right. You heard it right. Money's on Roman dropping in at Mania. I mean, like I said, we'll see, brother. We'll see what's gonna happen, and I'm invested to see how they're gonna book this Royal Rumble. Man, hashtag forever champ. That's right. We did once, baby. We did once. That's right. Let's see. And Ritter says, KO and Sammy going on the channel. Yeah. We've been also as well been mentioning that for the past month and a half, I believe so. That if we see that happening for Mania eventually, it's gonna come down the line. So I mean, like I said, I'm gonna get into it, man. I'm really gonna get into the Rumble. But let's talk about the Rumble. The biggest question here now is who will make their surprise appearances? Of course, we already heard the man Stone Cold Steve Austin. How Vince McMahon was saying, what? Oh, man.
Goddamn, boy.
Oh, goddamn, boy.
What?
That's a Stone Cold.
What?
Okay. All right. So,
What?
But looking at the people that I put in this layover, Brock Lesnar, which was predictable because of the fact that we saw Monday Night Raw. We already saw that match is going to be booked for Lashley. And as a matter of fact, go back to the archives because I remember I said this shit a long time ago. I said that this is going to happen. The trilogy is going to happen at Mania, but I did not expect Lesnar to show up on Raw. It is going to happen. They're going to eliminate each other at the Royal Rumble, Lashley and Lesnar, and then that's how the whole thing is going to start for Mania. Or they do it by the Elimination Chamber. Who knows? But
you say that shit for Mania.
Yeah, I'm with you. I hope for Mania. But I've been saying this shit that this is going to happen at the trilogy was going to happen. I fucking said it. I booked it. Go back to the archives here on Circle Debate. Listen to it or watch it. I did fucking mention this.
I remember that.
That's right. Matt Cardona, of course, him trademarking Zack Ryder, woo, all that. But I don't think he wants to use that shit anyways, coming into the Rumble.
He better not. That would be bullshit.
Not. Oh, yeah.
Why go backwards? You made such a big name for yourself on the indies. Like, stay Cardona. And I'll tell you what, I think that Triple H would be smart. I think Triple H is smart enough to keep him as Matt Cardona if he does come back.
Absolutely. And, of course, then we got, Chelsea Green, who's, of course, might be coming in. Rumoring your window, of course. Like I said, rumoring your window. We got Kairi Singh since New Japan. How WWE said, we did your house, so do us a favor, bring us someone over here, to come in and make an appearance in the women's Rumble. Of course, maybe we have Jay White. Maybe you have, Tama Tonga. You may have Nick Aldis as a free agent. Mickey James possibly can make another appearance. But there's a lot of names out there that we haven't mentioned. I just wanted to fit highlight these individuals. There's so many. We could see legends coming back. Maybe maybe we could see X-Pac. Maybe hopefully. We don't know. It's anything can happen in the Royal Rumble, and I'm happy with these surprise appearances. But I want to get your take, De Niro. I mean, will we see the surprises? Who do you think would it be? Do you feel like the ones you see right in front of you, or do you have any other names in mind in regards to this Royal Rumble for both men's and women's?
I think that for the men's, now with all the rumors coming out about Stone Cold being offered a match against Roman, I saw today that it's even being pitched Stone Cold versus Brock Lesnar at Mania. Like, I think that to have Stone Cold in the Royal Rumble, that would be the biggest surprise in Royal Rumble history. And if he wins the Royal Rumble, and he does indeed go against Roman at WrestleMania, that would mean he's a 4-time Royal Rumble winner. And that would mean that there's nobody even close to breaking the record that Stone Cold has. I remember he won it, I believe, 97, 98, and 2001, right? Stone Cold Steve Austin, like, he is a fucking Royal Rumble legend. And I think that showing what he could do last year with Kevin Owens, and then he's constantly on the fucking, on his IG with his, workout videos and shit. He's obviously coming back for a matchup or so at WrestleMania. So I think that him versus Roman Reigns will be the biggest box office attraction you could put on. I like that match. I would also still want The Rock. Like, that's being greedy, though. Like, I would love if we still get The Rock, because The Rock versus Roman Reigns, the story writes itself. But shit, imagine a Royal Rumble where The Rock and Stone Cold are both surprises, and then they have a stare down in the middle of the fucking ring. The Attitude Era is back again. That'd be insane. As for the women,
I gotta do it for you.
I would legit cry. I would cry.
I think
I'd fucking get.
Grown man will cry. I will cry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. Fucking stupid ass internet. Anyway, yeah, I would give it up. But as for the women, they always bring back a bunch of legends, and it's usually the same. It's usually Molly Holly. It's usually, Kelly and Candice Michelle and all these women. Like, I would like to see something we haven't seen. Like, bring fucking Alondra Blaze in. You know what I mean? That would be fucking awesome. Like, do something like that. Bring in Bull Nakano. She still fucking wrestles. Like, that would be awesome. Like, I think that they could do something like that. So if there's going to be any surprise entrances for the women, I would like it to be someone that we haven't seen, because we've literally seen everybody, and the surprises are the same surprises every year. So,
damn it. Can I say this? And I know that she said no, but I really want her to, even though she said no. Just make it a one time, please. I'm talking about the women's side. Damn it. Makito, make it one time. I just want you one time in the Rumble, damn it. Come on.
Give me what I want.
That's right. What I want. Just give me,
If Maki Ito is in the Rumble, she's going to waste all 90 seconds singing her little song up on
I
the
don't
top.
give a shit. I will love it if she fucking comes in.
How many people do
I
you think
fucking
will
love it.
actually pop? Do you think the fucking Alamo Dome would actually know who Maki Ito even is?
I think certain people will. I think certain people will be like, "Oh my god, yeah, oh shit." You know what? I guess there has to be at least it has to be a stardom girl to come in too, man. I think they have to bring a stardom girl besides Kairi Sane. They have to bring someone.
I'll tell you this right now. You know, if Matt Callis was here right now, he would definitely say Miyu Iwatani would be there.
Yep.
So shout out to Matt. That one's for you.
That's right. And happy belated birthday because his birthday would be that.
Most definitely happy belated.
Yes, you know I want to see the Rumble. Awesome Calm, not Karma. Oh no, I think she's done, man. She's retired. Awesome Calm. Okay, the other one. I think. No, what's it? You already talked. Is it who's the other one?
Aja Khan.
There you go, Asha Khan. That's the one he signed about. Let's see, that will definitely pop after his. I think so too. Devin. I think they probably pop. But man, I would love to see. Fuck it. Oh my god, just seeing Maki Ito just coming in the women's, because they only announced like 7 of them. They haven't announced all of them, and the same goes for.
Not to cut you off, but don't be
No
surprised
worries.
if you see Naomi.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be number 30. I think she'll be number 30. She has to be number 30 to come out.
Word.
You know, I'll pop. I'll be happy.
It's gonna be
I'll be
3,
happy she
2,
wins
1. You're gonna have that delay. I'll say, I'm
amazing.
amazing.
That's right.
Or
Wow. Pretty
God
broadcast. And the Bashams. Oh no, not the Bashams. Oh my god.
Doug and Danny, y'all wildin'.
Oh my god. Hey, we don't know. I will love I hear the Bashams theme song in with Shaniqua. Oh my god.
That was a weird gimmick, bro.
It was because because I don't think people understand during that era. Yeah, you know.
That was some BDSM shit.
Hey, yes. I mean, you know, this man wanted to
make movies
with it. So, you know, well, that was his fantasy. You never know.
Those movies are they belong where the Smacking and Raw podcast is.
That's right.
Porno.
So, but yeah, I mean, who do you think will be the winners, man? Like, honestly, who do you think will win this Rumble? Men's and women's. Who do you think will win?
So I'm gonna start with the women, and this is why I also think that Bianca Belair will be retaining here, because I think that the big money match is the match that was teased at War Games, and that is for Rhea Ripley to win the Women's Royal Rumble and go on against Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley's on fire. I think that she could do no wrong. You know what I mean? That's mommy. She's fucking on fire. She's one of the most entertaining women right now with the Judgment Day. I think she wins the matchup, goes to Mania to go against Bianca. As for the men, I'm tossed. You know what I mean? It all depends on who the surprises are, because if The Rock is in it, I think Rock wins. If Stone Cold is in it, Stone Cold wins. But if The Rock and Stone Cold if they're not in it, I was up until about 2-3 weeks ago, I was saying Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is going to be the winner, and he's going to go on to WrestleMania. But I'm going to change that now, because even though Cody Rhodes is getting all the video packages and all the hype, I think if you want to continue to build the story and you do not have Stone Cold or The Rock signed in for WrestleMania, if you wanted to continue the story, Sami Zayn must win the Royal Rumble. And then you have Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Oh,
hell yes.
Yes, I'm with you too. I mean, I'm with you 100%. I'm not going to change anything. But one thing I will say, though, is the last 4 in the men's will be Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and the mystery guy. So, could be Solo. Could be the Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Could be Austin. I don't see Austin, to be honest. If he comes, good, but I don't see him staying. They're gonna probably book him with someone else. I have a feeling they will. But the mystery guy, and then that's where the whole story will begin. The test will happen at that Royal Rumble, and Sammy will be tested.
Mm-hmm.
He will get tested, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait. This is exciting. But before we get into Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen, because in a few minutes the director is going to be coming in shortly, we got to do a debate of the week, man, because you mentioned a guy's name here, and we have to debate it. It is a debate of the week. It is. You know why? Because I want to know. The people wants to know, will this man really come? Are they trolling us? Will Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson be at the Rumble? Will he enter the Rumble? Are they trolling us? Of course, the dirt sheets, of course, and everybody else. Remember, just to a disclosure, we're giving our opinions. We're not Seltzer, we're not Alvarez, we're not Shamrock Sapp, Wade Keller. No, we don't have any intel. We're just giving you our opinions. Just to clarify that, ladies and gentlemen. Could this man be in the Rumble? Could they troll us? Could they really say, oh, no, he's not going to show up. He's not in shape, which I feel like is bullshit. But I swear, how the hell are you not in shape?
Jacked to the gills every fucking time I see him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, wait a minute. He's not in shape.
Stop with that.
Like, no, you're in shape. What are you talking about? So, I mean, do we see this man? Is it a troll or is it a fact, De Niro? Give us your opinion. Give us the knowledge of Mr. Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. But no Rhodes, De Niro here.
I think it's, very possible we may see The Rock. I think that, the excuses that they're giving for why we won't see The Rock are fucking so stupid that it's like, obviously they're not going to tell the dirt sheets, yeah, I'm free on January 28th. Yeah, I'm going to be in Texas on January 28th, but I'm not in the Rumble. Like, no, of course, they're going to be like, no, I'm not going to be there. I'm not in shape. I got movies to do, blah, 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 blah. Because it's supposed to be a surprise. When he comes out, when you hear the music, I feel smell, that's going to be the biggest pop. If we already know it's coming, it's still going to be exciting, but it's like, we already knew this, you know what I mean? So, of course, they're going to try and keep this a big surprise. So, I think that it's very well a strong possibility we see The Rock at the Rumble. Number 30.
My opinion, I feel the same. I can't change it. I think he will show up. I think they're bullshitting us. There's no way you're going to tell me this man is not in shape. You work out in the gym every day. Yes, you may eat like a stack of pancakes. You may, do your tremana. Like, hey, guys, tremana. Like, here, this is what you make over here. You make, this. You just make a margarita or what, anything you like, But no, man, the man is trolling us. I feel he's gonna show up, and I mean, I know they don't want to be the worst, best kept secret, but they are trolling us for sure. I think The Rock is definitely. I think he's showing up. I mean, let's see what I got to say. Oh, I said my men's four. If you want me to repeat it, I'll repeat it. I said Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and a mystery guy. It could be this man right here. Could be or how De Niro said, Solo Sequoia. I mean, the women's, I don't know. I see Rhea Ripley's one of them. I see Becky Lynch could be the other one. I see Bayley being the other one. And Naomi. That's my four. What about you, De Niro?
Yeah, I mean, for the women, that sounds about right. Like, definitely Bayley. I could see it being Rhea Ripley and the rest of Damage Control. I could see that where she takes out everyone in Damage Control. But then if Rhea Ripley's healed out, instantly make her a babyface if she takes them out. So I think definitely number 30 is going to be Naomi. So I think you have Naomi, Ripley, Bailey, and Becky. And then for the men, if we do got the Rock, I think it's Rock, Sammy, Cody, for sure, and probably Jay.
Man, it's gonna be a tough one, man. It's gonna be a tough one. I mean, give us yours, ladies and gentlemen. Comment below. I would love to hear what you're for.
Word.
And then, I mean, man, I think like I said, I was mentioning Dwayne is bullshitting us. He will show up.
Hell yeah.
I think he will show up. I mean, we could even put it like this. Maybe he doesn't have to show. Maybe he doesn't have to be in the Rumble. He could just make an appearance, right? Let's just say, just like scenario-wise. He could be in the Rumble. He could make an appearance. Say, hey, he comes out when maybe Roman wins, and then maybe they bring Alpha Sika, they bring Rikishi. They, of course, hey, you're the head of the table, and The Rock comes like, no, motherfucker, I'm the head of the table. You're not the head of the table. Like that could be the case. I see that happening. I think that could be the other scenario they could use. If, let's say, since they mentioned that Dwayne is not physically in shape, which I still fucking can't believe they said that shit. But I
Black Adam.
Yeah, right. You just made a movie of Black Adam, but no, like, there's no way in hell.
I think the only way you got to do it is have him win the Rumble, because even if you did it that way where he comes out and challenges Roman Reigns, what do you do with the Royal Rumble winner? You know what I mean? Like, the Royal Rumble winner is getting the shot at Mania, and I don't see Roman Reigns wrestling both nights. So I think that you got to have The Rock win the Rumble.
Yeah. Man. This is gonna be good, man. I'm excited. This is one thing I love about the Rumble. We could be, it is not predictable as other shows that that are so predictable of. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait. I gotta say,
I was watching. Usually, what I do around this time period, right? Every year before the Rumble, I like to go back and watch old Rumbles, and I just came across the 2011 Rumble, right? And that was a 40-man Rumble. I think the WWE roster is so big right now that they could easily do a 40-man Royal Rumble. Like, I think that 30 is too little. Like, I think I'll be all for them adding another 10 permanently.
I'm with you. I think they should. I think they should make it a 40. Even I think even for the women, even people think that there's not enough women. I think you have the NXT. That's another thing we didn't even mention. Well, do you feel that there's going to be people from the NXT roster participating in the Rumble?
Yeah, I can see Carmelo Hayes in the Rumble.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think Hayes in the Rumble would be fire. I don't see Waller. I don't see Braun, but definitely I can see Hayes. I could probably see what's the big fucking dude's name? What's that big guy's name? The one that looked like a caveman.
Oh,
fucking, you know what I'm talking about, the lumbering guy.
Von Wagner.
Von Wagner. Oh
my God, please. No.
I can see Von Wagner being in the Rumble.
Not a waste to pick on that man.
Hey, I'm not a fan of his, but I mean.
I'm sorry. I'm not a fan. I mean, I know people are going to be like, why?
I can see him stumbling into the Rumble. You know what I mean?
That'd be a waste of a fucking pick.
He has that caveman eyebrow thing going on. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway.
Oh, man. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen. So, man, give us your take on the Royal Rumble. We're going to now jump into Dynamite since the director is not answering. We're waiting for him, but unfortunately, he's either asleep or I don't know what the heck is going on.
He'll hop on with it if he sees the message for sure.
Yes, he will. Let's see. Oh, Grayson. Oh, my God, you're right. Maybe Grayson Waller. Hey. Oh my God, I will pop if fucking Grayson Waller fucking shows up, man. I will. You know who? Okay, I can tell you one person that I'm really gonna pop for. For NXT will be Axiom. Axiom fucking showing up to the Rumble, I will lose my mind, honestly.
Yeah.
But because that kid has been impressive ever since his, coming from NXT UK, going to NXT. Ask him another one. Oh man, maybe he could bust a Kofi Kingston, kind of Rey Mysterio, avoid himself to get eliminated from the Rumble, and then just like, oh my god, he's jumping over here. You never know. I mean, man, and then for the women's NXT, give me Indy Hartwell. Give me Indy Hartwell. At least Indy Hartwell.
I can see Cora Jade. So.
Oh my God, Cora Jade. Yes, I want Cora Jade there too. Even Lacey Evans. Like there's so much potential in NXT, the women's roster, man. Wendy Chu, another one. There's so many. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, and let's see here. Looks like we're gonna start right now in a few minutes after Dynamite. Well, I guess we'll wait to see if he's gonna come in or not. If not, maybe not. But yes, it is time, ladies and gentlemen.
It's time! It's time! It's Vader time!
That is right. It is Dynamite. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is Dynamite. So it's going to be just De Niro Knight knocking it off here today.
Yes,
but
sir.
yes, De Niro will be hosting this. Of course, the director, he just said he just woke up. So late for work. All right, no worries. That's what happens when you party hard. Yeah, non-alcoholic guy. But yes, there you go. But man, let's start off, of course. Started off De Niro. Well, I'm taking it over here, the layovers. Take it away.
This is now officially a Wrestling Delorean podcast. No, I'm joking.
There you go.
So
this is. Go ahead.
All right. So AEW Dynamite, I thought it was a really good show, and I thought that the main event was very emotional. We're gonna get into that when we get into that. Let's start off right off the bat. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara versus Ricky Starks and Action Andretti. I thought that it was a really good match. Action Andretti is showing that he has a lot of high flying ability, and he's going to be a big star. He's very young. I think he needs to tune it up a little bit, but I think that he's going to be a good star. The right guys went over. Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara winning was the right thing to do, especially with Jericho losing to both Action Andretti and Ricky Starks. You wouldn't have Chris Jericho lose this match too, because then you just kill him in the water. What would be the point of having the feud if Chris Jericho already lost to both men and then lost to them a third time in the tag match? So I think that the right guys went over. The sex gods. I like the red look. I like the red leather pants look for Jericho and Sammy. But yeah, a good matchup. What did you think, Ivan?
It was a great opening matchup. I was not disappointed. This was actually was great. One thing I wanted to say, I'm really happy with the fact that how they're highlighting Action Andretti. The kid got potential. He got athleticism. I would love to see him in a singles versus Sammy. I think that would be a good rivalry. I think Sammy could bring the best out of Action Andretti. And I think what he's missing still for me is charisma. I think the kid still. I feel this is probably the reason why they aligned him with Ricky Starks. The fact is to pretty much have him, picking Ricky Starks' brain, for the charisma and
that man oozes charisma for sure.
Oh my God, hell yeah, he definitely does. And I feel that Ricky could help him with that and develop his mic skills and develop more of a character. As of right now, we see bland out of Andretti. I mean, that's just my opinion. I really don't. All we know is his athleticism and his aerobatics and his moves in the skills moveset. Mm-hmm. But we don't know who is Action Andretti. That's like the question. That who is this man? And I think that's where we need. We're seeing it now, little by little. He's on television, but we need to see who he is. I mean, that's how I feel that. We got to see it. Let me see. I don't mind the spotlight on Andretti, but it's coming at the expense of the building. Yeah, I mean that could be the case too.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
I agree with that too. That could be. Let's see what Dom had to say too. That was Devin who mentioned. That comment. Dom said he's finding his way, like the 1-2-3 kid. He wasn't expelled. What he upset. Yeah, I know. That too. That's another thing too. That it I agree with that. It kind of will kill the momentum, but of Ricky Starks that he has. I'm hoping this feud ends soon, and then they go their separate ways. I don't know them being a team. Would I like that personally? No, because then you're taking, how Devin mentioned in the chat, you're taking away the spotlight from Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
I'm not, like I said, not that I'm being selfish, not giving it to Action Andrade, but we've been dying to really push for Ricky to have this moment on television, not just on YouTube. And now he's having that momentum. So, like overall, the match was great. I really enjoyed it. Great chemistry they had. Of course, Ricky was, the Rocher outside, of course, to Jericho. Jericho looks like you're getting fat again, buddy. I just saw a little flabby over there. Like, I just didn't see that. Oh, see, it's what happens when you take some time off of the gym and you going over there to go see the Jacksonville Jaguars losing to the Kansas City Chiefs. I saw you. I saw what you posted on your IG, buddy. I'm watching. I mean, Jesus.
Or body shamers over here.
Hey,
body shamers.
I may be fat, but not too flabby. Knock on one of that. But man, yes. So good opening matchup. I enjoyed it. I think this is gonna. I'm hoping this ends before Revolution, or unless Ricky and Action finds other people to team up with them to probably do like a, maybe what is it, like a 10-man or 8-man? Who knows?
Fuck that shit, bro. They do it way too often.
Yeah. So let's see what Don wants in the chat. So Ricky beating Jericho twice is burying him. I know a lot of dudes who killed to be buried like that. Jeremy Prophet's being one. Okay. Old statement, Dom, but I love it. I'm with you on that. All right.
Next up on the show, we had a TNT title matchup: Darby Allin versus Buddy Matthews. This was a great fucking matchup. Darby Allin, we just mentioned, is coming off of his matchup with, against Hakushi, Akira, and Naomichi Marufuji, teaming up with the Great Muta and Sting in Japan just a couple days before this. He looked banged up. Definitely looks like it's starting to take a toll on him defending the TNT title week in and week out. Buddy Matthews is a very physical wrestler. I was liking the Buddy Matthews face paint too. I thought that was a cool little touch. You know what I mean? He's the only guy in the fucking House of Black who doesn't have tattoos and a darker look. So this was cool to see him with the face paint. But really good victory for Darby Allin. And I am very excited for Samoa Joe versus Darby Allin going at it one more time, even though I think they could have waited on that matchup until Revolution. But Samoa Joe's promo was fucking awesome. Samoa Joe sounds like a villain in a fucking, superhero movie. Like the way he talks, I am the one true king and I am coming for my belt. Like, I fucking love Samoa Joe, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Him and Darby Allin is going to be another great matchup. I think that Samoa Joe may very well take that title back because Darby Allin's banged up and no one put a beating on Darby Allin like Samoa Joe did in their first matchup. So it's going to be very interesting. I like this whole segment. What did you think about it, Devious One?
Well, good matchup, by the way. I think the chemistry between these two was great. I didn't see anything wrong of it. Darby, I like the fact how you mentioned about how Excalibur was mentioning, oh man, Darby took a hell of a beating, when he was a pro wrestling versus for the Great Mutas. Yeah, we know, but he didn't.
Shout out to them showing video packages of everything too.
Thank God they're fucking learning. Who's the guy they hired again? I forgot. Who's the guy, former WWE producer?
Yeah, fuck. I'll pull up the name. I know he was a understudy of Kevin Dunn. So let me see.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, come on. I mean, this guy really knows. I'm happy they got a former WWE producer to help him produce these type of video package. You should be learning, Tony Khan. You need to learn.
Mike Mansuri.
Thank you, Mike Mansouri. I applaud you, sir, for your teaching, giving the knowledge to Tony Khan on how to do an actual production, video packages. Right, Tony?
That's fucking bullshit.
You're bullshit, man, because you don't know what the fuck you're doing sometimes. Excuse my language, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we're TVMA, okay? So everybody listening to all our young audience.
The following program is rated TV MAL.
Just remember that. It contains strong language. But really liked the matchup. I think it was great. Good to see. Really, really good to see Buddy Murphy. But finally, Buddy Murphy having a singles competition on television. So I was really, really happy about that. Yes. Oh, no. Here we go. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Someone in the chat said, Dom saying, say it with me, Ivan.
I'll say it. Thank you, Jarrett.
What?
My word.
Why do we have to thank him?
I'll tell you why. Because Jeff Jarrett was just as big of a hire as Mike Mansouri is. Because Jeff Jarrett, come on. Jeff Jarrett showed a bunch of video packages and over-explained a lot of stuff in TNA while he was the head producer. Having someone with the knowledge of that, someone who ran a show like TNA, which was more successful in the ratings than AEW is, because TNA was pulling in 1.2 million on a weekly basis when they had nobody. That's something that AEW would fucking kill for right now. You got to listen to what Jeff Jarrett has to say. And I think that Jeff Jarrett has a lot of input. Slap nuts.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
I'm watching. I'm not going to tell you when it's going to happen, but one day, we're going to be on here, and I'm going to just send the link to my homie Jeff, and he's just going to pop up on the screen.
I am not going to be on.
And he's going to be like, heard you been talking crap about me, slap nuts.
Yeah, and then he's going to probably visibly hit me out of nowhere. Like I said, I have nothing against him personally. I just like, man, you're taking away the time from the young kids. Damn it, from the young kids.
So the young kids to get as much heat as Jeff Jarrett does, and then you could give their time back. But until then, Jarrett is the hottest heel in AEW, and when there's someone who has just enough heat as Jeff Jarrett, then they deserve that time.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. You know what? You're right.
The hottest heel in AEW.
Jesus
Moving on.
Son of a bitch.
All right. Okay. So my take on this, like I said, I enjoyed the match. Really loved the chemistry between Buddy and Darby. It was just the whole fucking fact that man, Darby took a beating from Buddy. I'll tell you that. He got his ass whooped. I'm sorry to say that. And
very physical, yeah.
Very physical matchup. I like the whole House of Black appearing out of nowhere. And you had, of course, Ortiz, and you had Sting, of course, attacking them. Like, I like one thing. This is why. Oh, okay, fine. I'll say it. Jeff Jarrett, I give him credit. You talked about what happened last year with the feud of House of Black and Sting and Darby. I'll give you that credit. I'll say that, okay? All right. Like, okay, Dom. All right, fine. Well, I give in. Fine. There, I love Jeff Jarrett. There, for God's sakes, just end it already.
We need to give you the hat with the lighting double J, and then the glasses. And you got to come on here wearing the singlet with the fucking the stripper looking singlet that he used to wear.
Fine, put double I.
Double I,
double V,
I, double V, double A, double N. Ain't I great? Spend my days work. Nah, I ain't gonna go into that.
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna have to get that next time for you. That's for sure. I will get that just for that. Man, so I did enjoy that. One thing I will digress, and I'm gonna digress this. I know we're getting Joe and Darby. I get it. Where in the world is fucking Wardlow? You tell me.
I'm just gonna say somebody else because I expected somebody else to come out here.
Miro. Me too. I'm not lying, and I'm with you. I was expecting Miro when I saw House of Block. I'm like, yes, we're gonna see Miro coming out. Didn't happen. Find him too. Where the hell are these two individuals?
You know, they could be a whole nother show for everybody that AEW does not put on TV.
Rampage.
They don't put them on Rampage either. They should usually. Like, it should be called like the AEW Forgotten or some shit. Have fucking like Miro versus Wardlow. Have fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's so many wrestlers that, like, where the fuck is, you know, where's Mark Quinn in them? Like, come on.
Oh, man. AEW the Forgotten people.
I cannot believe this shit.
Believe it or not, I can't believe it either. Because where the hell is Wardlow and Miro? They should have been involved in this situation, especially fucking Wardlow, especially if you have Joe. Why you don't have, you just, this is where I am. Oh, there you go. I love
AEW Unsolved Mysteries.
I love that. Yes.
Or
I'm going to use that, a short clip for this. I will use that. Oh, my God. Where the hell is Miro? Where the hell is Wardlow? This is pathetic. I mean, you took away the title from Wardlow, and that was it. That's where I'm upset of. I'm not disrespecting Darby for him having the belt. It's not his fault. It's the booking, of course. Hey, yes, the TK, of course, the TK. Was that one that booked it wrong and just made everybody disappear out of nowhere. And, like, you know, Jesus Christ. I don't know. But other than that, I just want to digress about that. They should get involved in this TNT situation for the title. I mean, fuck, make it a fatal four-way. Something. I don't care. We need Wardlow back in this situation. You're building him up, and you just killed the momentum again for the second straight time. You killed the momentum for Wardlow. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like he did. Taking it away, having Joe taking it away, and then what happened with that rematch? And what happened with Hobbs? It's just, I don't know. For me, not good storytelling. Sorry. See, I'm sorry.
The Forgotten.
The Forgotten.
Oh, you motherfuckers. You think you can do this to me?
Yeah, it to us, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Take it away, De Niro. What do we got
next? Next up, we have a tag team matchup. It is Jungle Hook, the team of Hook and Jungle Boy. Very catchy name there, Jungle Hook. Versus Ethan Page and Matt Hardy. Music hits, the Hardy Boys music hit. And Ethan Page cuts that shit out. He was like, that's the wrong song. Play my song. Stokely Hathaway was there with, I believe that was, who he wasn't with Mark Quinn. He was with Isaiah Cassidy or whatever. Right?
Isaiah Cassidy, yes.
Isaiah Cassidy. You know what I mean? I should fucking know that. I fucking trained with the homie in House of Glory. He used to give me tips and all that. So my bad. But, you know what I mean? Mark Quinn was much nicer to me any fucking way. Anyway, so this matchup went literally like 3 or 4 minutes, wasn't much, was a short matchup. I think that they need to break up both these teams. I think that, you know, if you have a fucking storyline going on AEW Dark, like the storyline between Ethan Page and Matt Hardy, that shit should not be played out on Dynamite without explanation, because this is the first time that it's really shown on Dynamite, and there was no explanation of what's going on Rampage, Dark, and all the other fucking shows that they have on YouTube, showing that Matt Hardy basically works for Ethan Page and Stokely Hathaway now. And Jungle Hook, they need to break the motherfuckers up too, because real talk, I think that, you know, the trajectory for Jungle Boy after he beat Luchasaurus should have been going up to the next level as a singles wrestler, possibly going for that TNT title, and now he's back in another tag team. I think that we need to, you know, make single star be single stars and not just throw random tag teams together. And shout out to World Elite Podcast. I see you in the what's called chat, homie. Thank you for being here. But what do you think? Do you think that we should keep Jungle Hook a team, or should we see these guys be singles wrestlers?
Singles. Get rid of it. This ain't Disney, Tony Khan. This ain't the Jungle Book, and they put you in the Jungle Hook. I mean, this is not Disney. I mean, no, this is not the Disney Channel, okay? No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this Disney shit. You have a quiet guy eating a bag of chips every day, and he works out, and then you have another one who he thinks he's you know, and I love you, Jack Perry, but you gotta go. It's just,
He's a caveman.
He's a caveman. I mean, yeah. Jesus. One thing I'm really disappointed though. Here we go again. With besides them, okay. I think I said this last week or a week ago. I think 2 weeks ago. Have Hook and Jack Perry be fighting at each other for the number one contendership for the TNT title. I think the best decision to make this will be a Revolution. Have the winner of this will face, the winner of them will get a title shot for the TNT title, and we could probably see Hook's first loss, and we could finally see Hook actually wrestle. I mean, he wrestles.
Yeah.
Hold on, I know.
No, I was gonna say I would rather it the other way around. I think that we already seen Darby Allin and Jungle Boy. They put on a good matchup, but I would like to see Hook versus Darby Allin. That'd be a very interesting matchup.
Yeah, even that too. I don't mind that either. But if I want Hook to lose, I want him to lose to Jack Perry.
I feel you.
That's the only thing. Unless they have a trilogy, best out of three. Hey, you know what? Who's better? I mean, you got two young athletes who are upcoming rising stars. Why the hell not? I wouldn't mind seeing them face each other for the TNT. Them going after them for the TNT, championship. Even having their best out of three. I think we finally will get to see more the athleticism of Hook instead of a 3-minute matchup or less than that. I think this could be a 10-minute to 12-minute matchup between these two, maybe a little bit more. If it makes like a pay-per-view event in a card, for example. I mean, I would like to see that. That I wouldn't mind seeing. In regards for Ethan Page, here we go again and again. We had him first seriously, right? There was a little serious mode of Ethan Page. He came out and you had him talking all this shit. And I was with it. I was like, yes, hell yeah. Now we got it. Yes, we got the Ethan Page that I wanted. And then again, you're putting him into this silly ass situation where we see him on Dark or in Elevation, and having him, coming out like, oh no, wait, cut the music, no, play my theme, and like you're really making the firm a joke. And for a minute, I'm like, oh my god, thank God they're having Ethan Page. Yes, he's, they're making him serious, just like how they pushed Ricky out for Ethan, but no, they went back to the situation, and I was fuck. I'm sorry. I'm an Ethan Page fan. I love Ethan Page. I'm right there with you. That's the only thing that I'm, disappointed that they need to get that away. I don't know why they started doing this. I buy a contract, I'm your boss, all this crap. I know we see his vlogs. He's a funny guy. I get it. And that's the real Ethan Page. He's humble. He's a very nice guy. But character-wise, on national television, you want to make him your next heel. You want him to be, a top heel guy. And especially with a faction that you're barely even using, and especially more with Big Bill, it's ridiculous. They need to find better booking for this shit, and it's disappointing in me. It's hurting me. Let's see what I want to say. Let's be real. Ethan is a better spot now than. Okay, when it comes to that, I agree with that. But see, that's what I'm mentioning, Dom. That okay, he did have that. However, they're putting him back to the gimmick joke. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about how the beginning of it. I love the beginning of it. Him coming up. I'm tired of being the mockery of me being a joke. I like that from Ethan, but now it's like we're seeing that again. It's like you're taking a step down towards it. That's what I'm upset about. Yeah, I mean that's just me how I feel about it.
I agree with you. I think that Ethan Page is a fucking money-making star, and I really want him to be, upper echelon on this roster. But he keeps on being put back into the same fucking, role. So Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that too. Like, I remember when he was with Scorpio Sky, fucking tossing Darby Allin down the steps and shit. Like, that was the fucking ruthless aggression that I wanted out of Ethan Page that we're not getting right now. And I'm so fucking sick and tired of the fucking, Matt Hardy, Big Money Matt buying contracts, and then now he's getting, they're buying his contract, and now he's there fucking slaving shit. Like, yo, Matt Hardy's a fucking legend. Can we do something better with this? Matt Hardy's been booked like shit in AEW since the moment he fucking stepped foot in AEW. Like, fucking goddamn, he's a fucking legend. Why are we doing this to Matt?
Yeah.
Great look, great.
Let's see. It's from I Love Ethan 2. Rome Morrison built in. Let's see. Great look. Great on the mic, but let's push action on Dre. Okay. Tim, we're not even talking about action on Dre, but okay. The banger podcast, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, man, like I'm just
I think what he's saying is what's called Ethan Page has a great look. He's great on the mic, but AEW rather push action on Andretti over Ethan Page.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. My apologies. Okay, yeah. I'm with you too, TK. That's the only thing. It's such a disappointment, man. Look, there's a lot of, and we should have a debate about this. I think we're gonna do a segment one time about this. And there you go. Tim saying it. Yeah, because Page, yes, he's a fucking star. Why you're not pushing this man? It disappoints me that he's not getting pushed, man. And man, I was highly upset about this. I'm telling you, it's like you have him going up, reach to the sky, to the moon. No pun intended. But then going down again.
Yeah.
All right, Tony Khan, you know what? I'm going to have to do this to you, man. Not our TK, but the other TK. Yes, there you go. Sorry, I had to do that to you. Book this man right, for God's sakes.
And also, it's called. I saw Dom. He put it's progression, homie. I love Ethan too, but Rome wasn't built in a day. Like Dom, fucking Ethan Page been here for 2 years. 2 years. Like, come on. We're still in the same fucking position. Exactly. I don't see much progression there.
Exactly. All right. Wait, Deniro, what do we got next?
Next, we have family therapy between the Ass Boys and the Acclaimed with Daddy Ass himself. I don't know how much you want to get into this. We don't have to talk this too long, but I thought this was a good, entertaining segment that actually showed more of a human side of the Ass Boys. I think that, they came off as the baby faces. They came like the shit that they were saying was a lot more sincere than the fucking, Acclaimed. And I think that eventually when we go to the Ass Boys versus the Acclaim, probably at Revolution, there's going to be more of a emotional connection to the Gun Club this time. So I think that this played its part really well. So I enjoyed this segment. What about you?
Was this I'm not gonna say it was a waste of time. I guess what I can say about this is, I guess we're back to this, to this feud again. Did we want this feud? I can't tell you yes or no. I mean, in reality, no, I didn't want it. I really didn't want this feud. I really thought, honestly, that they were really, really, really going to really have them and FTR. That's what I thought they were. I'm like, okay, cool. They're partly, yes. Since we saw the whole, and you see how it switched, like automatically, how it went from one direction to another with FTR, and then it started going with Daddy Ass. With the Acclaim and everybody else. Let's see what I'm going to say. He was a sidekick for a year, and now he's running a clique from front and center as there's progression.
A clique that's barely on TV, though.
You talking about Ethan Page, right? Yeah. Yes, barely on TV. It's more on YouTube, Dom. Trust me what I'm talking about. But I get your digression. But I plead the fifth. Let's see. This is perfect. The guns, because AEW no longer has. Yeah, I mean, I believe 2TK. RTK, ladies and gentlemen, the real Team King, the banger podcasting. But let's see, another homegrown team. Yeah, another. Yes. So my thing is this. I was waiting later on for this to happen. I didn't expect it to happen now, to be honest. I kind of really wanted more of the Acclaim to have a little more feuds along the way with others. After the Jared and Jerito, I wanted, maybe I would say have them feud with, with Butcher and Blade, help them, get on a little momentum going, not just, or Top Flight, have them going, going at it. I kind of wanted this to be later on because I didn't want it to happen now because now it gives me question that we might see the split between these guys. I mean, meaning that we might see Billy Gunn turn heel after all. If they book this match for Revolution, the Guns are leaving with the belts. They're leaving with the belts. Billy Gunn is going to turn back on the Acclaim because of that segment which you mentioned when they said, oh, yeah, you were never home. You were never home 320 days. You weren't there with us. And, seeing Billy Gunn is like, what do you want? Damn it. Like, I want those. I want that, Papi. I want it. Yeah. But
fuck?
Hey, trust me. Children that does that. Trust me. I have children that does it. Oh man, I know you weren't expecting it. Yes. There you go. Let's see. But let's see. Butcher and Blade, great opponents. Or Sammy. Yeah, Sammy and Danny Garcia. I mean, Daniel Garcia. I like that too. Billy should. Yeah, I think it's going to happen. I think now it's going to come down to that Billy Gunn will end up turning if they book this at Revolution, and he's going to go with his boys. Like, here, look, I'm sorry, son. Here you go. Here's the belts. And then happens to that. I mean, then it's going to go back to the same feud. And what I'm fear is this is going to be the turnout mainly for Billy Gunn. Unless, here's one thing though, De Niro, unless this could be the exit for Billy Gunn. Maybe him meaning as an exit outside of, like, away from television. Still work behind the scenes, but kind of like, hey, be in the middle of this situation. Like he'll turn heel, turn heel on the Acclaim, help his boys win the tag team titles, then go back. He was like, he's confused. I don't know what to do. Scissor me, daddy. Ass boys. I don't know what I want. I mean, that's I think was going to happen. And then he's like, fuck it, I'm out. The hell with these two. And he walks away and doesn't choose none of them. And we don't see him at all.
Well, if Billy Gunn challenges for the tag team titles, it brings back Chuck Palumbo.
You are so good to me. We might see that.
Yeah, maybe Billy and Chuck versus the Acclaim. Bring back Rico.
Bring back Rico. Oh my! Hey, hell! Oh my God! Fuck yeah! Hey, I'm so fucking. Hey, I'm taking a clip for this shit. I am so down. Hell yeah! Con, you gotta make it happen.
Give me what I want.
Yes, you have to give De Niro what he wants. Oh my God! Well, oh God! We see Billy and Chuck come back with Rico. I'm taking away the tag team titles from you guys.
Word.
I'm making a fucking triple.
It was either Chuck Palumbo or fucking Bart Gunn.
Oh my God! Imagine the guns.
Bring back the smoking guns.
The smoking guns. Oh my God!
Yo, if the smoking guns and fucking Jeff Jarrett were in AEW, then this is really fucking taking time from the young guys.
Oh yeah, that's really taking time from the young guys.
Fuck, this is 93. God damn. Anyway, moving on. All
right, take it
away.
Speed
this up a little bit. I mean, we have a phenomenal matchup. The next matchup in the trials of MJF. Oh, we're
go ahead.
We have Bryan Danielson versus Brian Cage. Really good matchup. I thought it was really good. Both guys put on a hell of a matchup. We had the whole interaction with Takeshita and MJF at the end where Brian Cage was trying to hurt Bryanson. And I like the fact that they had it played throughout the show, a couple promos showing what happened. And now it is announced that it will be Bryan Danielson versus Timothy Thatcher next week, which is going to be a technical masterpiece. But what did you think about this segment?
Well, first of all, I guess the match, I want to talk about the match. I guess very brief. The match was good. Good for Cage, to be honest. I'm glad to see Cage because I guess Rumor Your Window. Rumor Your Window, okay. I guess it's supposedly that his contract is coming up. He's expiring soon. I'm not sure he's going to renew it, which we know he is. I don't think he's going to leave. If he leaves, where are you going to go? Impact is already overstacked with much talent. WWE probably will take you, but that's going to take some time to develop you to see what the hell they're going to do with you. What are they going to name you? What are they going to character you in NXT? Shawn Michaels have a lot to work with you, so I don't know if maybe that will happen. Might as well just stay in Ring of Honor and AEW. I mean, they're booking you now. Out of all this time, they could have used you.
And now he's been on TV often.
Right, but how long has it been that prior to that, they had the opportunity. They barely even use him on TV.
Word, Dom. I'm right there with you, too.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Massive.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
All right, what's your thoughts on Timothy Thatcher versus Bryan Danielson next week?
All day, and I swear when they said that, I lost my mind because I was just like,
Why would you play games with me?
Don't play games with me, damn it. You did. And it's going to be
Banger after banger after banger after banger after banger after banger after banger.
One thing I will comment, though. One thing I will comment is that people are not going to be much excited for this match for Thatcher, and because I might get shit on what I'm about to say right now, but the problem is I'm not familiar with much. I know that he came out on NXT, right? But they know, his athletics. I mean, his ground technique. I mean, ground type. Brian is more like, I guess you could say technical, but he's different. He's not like Thatcher. Thatcher is more like your Josh Barnett type of stuff. And it's going to be fucking amazing. But I'm afraid that the people are going to sleep on this one. My fear is that. Because first of all, we don't even know, where is this going to be NXT next week? I want to know where exactly.
They're going to be in Columbus, Ohio, because also it's going to be Moxley versus Hangman again in Ohio. So they mentioned that, so I know that's going to be in Ohio.
Oh, so Dayton, Ohio. There you go. Yeah. Yes, this is Ohio. My fear might not like this match.
I mean, if they don't, fuck them, because this is going to be a technical masterpiece. Listen, Thatcher brings out the strikes too. So I think they're going to beat the shit out of each other. I think it's going to be awesome.
See, that's what Tim's. I was begging AEW to use him for like 9 months. He's been on TV for yes, absolutely. Okay, I will use it, brother. Yeah, of course. Yes.
Banger after banger after banger after banger after banger after banger after banger.
There you go. I mean, it was a banger match. Honestly. I'm happy that Cage got his moment with Brian. Honestly, I think it was great for him. I'm very happy that they got that. Kudos to Cage that he had a great match. I really was not disappointed on that match, honestly.
Word.
See, the Hangman promo got me pumped for winning Mox whooping ass. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I guess you know what. Yeah, in regards for that, I'm kind of happy that it's not happening Revolution, so they could head in a different direction. Preaching the fuck them haters. Yes, fuck them haters. That is right.
Look what we got over here.
Look what we have here. Couple of haters.
Anyway, moving on. Next up in the show, we have a hell of a female matchup. Ruby Soho versus Toni Storm. definitely enjoyed this. I think that Toni Storm might need to legally, make her ass a weapon, because that shit. I don't. What the fuck does she call that shit? The fucking rum bump or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know what the fuck she calls
Something
it.
like that.
But all I know is every time she hits somebody with that ass, they fucking go flying. All right. And Ruby Soho looked like she got a fucking concussion via ass by Toni Storm. Really good matchup though. I enjoyed it. I like the storyline that they're going with here with Toni Storm and Saraya. They fucking hate the homegrowns and all that, which is funny because it seemed like Hikaru Shida was going to be the one who turned heel. It actually is the opposite. We have Saraya and Toni heel here. But I think good chemistry between Ruby Soho and Toni Storm. I would like to see what they could do in the future with longer matches. So I enjoyed that. What did you think about this matchup?
Well, full disclosure, I mean, we forgot to mention that Britt Baker on Dark, and shout out to Billy Starks too, another independent wrestler out there. She has been phenomenal, and for her performance against Britt Baker was great on Dark. Yeah. Unfortunately, she got hurt. I don't know where exactly. I need to rewatch the match because I missed it. But I like the fact that that she came out too, like how Tim is mentioned in the chat. But I love the DMD coming out, Ruby, and either Ruby is a Golden Globe actress or she got fucked up.
Word.
Hey, remember where Ruby came from? Come on. How long has she been, she made movies over there, pal. So, I mean, it was a good matchup. I liked it, and I'm curious. I don't know if you know, De Niro. Maybe you do more knowledge than I do. Was this the first time they ever met one-on-one, or did they ever meet in Shimmer or at all before? I know Ruby's been in Shimmer. I think Toni too, but I have a feeling they met with each other before. I don't know. Maybe you correct me on that, but I think they have. I don't know if you want to correct me on that.
To be honest, I don't ever remember them having a match against each other. This might have been the first time. I know they teamed up with each other. They might have teamed against each other, but never, I don't think, a singles one-on-one against each other. So I would say this is the first time.
First time, right? Okay. Good matchup. I said it last week when I was solo for a bit. I said, I don't know what direction they're going with this, with the heel momentum. Do I like it? You're not giving me any explanation. Okay, you're saying, here's very brief digression, and I apologize for a little derail, but my thing is, okay, you brought Saraya, and of course you make a change, and then all of a sudden there are changes. Let's just show these homegrown talents how we could do it. Toni Storm wasn't that long in, I don't think in WWE, maybe like 4 years, maybe so, or a little bit less. She wasn't
I'd say
that
less.
much.
Yeah,
less than that, right? So could we consider her a WWE star? I would say more of an, yeah, I guess you could say. But I just don't get where they're going with the story, honestly. I'm really like, so what? Are we seeing because we start, seeing Britt Baker coming out like, hey, what's up, bitches? I'm here, and then next thing you know, like, you what are you doing out here? And then 1, 2, 3, it's over. That's where I'm lost. You get me? Like, I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
And
it just starts, so I guess we got to just wait and see.
Yeah, man. Like honestly, I don't know where they're going with it. I mean, look how many heels we have, De Niro. We have Toni Storm. Okay, now you have Toni Storm, Saraya. Maybe, Hikaru, maybe she might turn. You have Britt. You have Jamie Hayter. You have Jade Cargill.
Well, Jamie Hayter and Britt being in this feud, I believe, is making them baby faces. Jamie Hayter's already acting more like a baby face, and Britt Baker's going to be a baby face by default because right now the clear heels is Toni and Saraya, so that's going to be the double swerve here, the double change, or whatever you call it. Double switch.
You like that, though. My fear is, I said it last week. I don't know if you heard me last week, because I said that it's going to kill the momentum for Jamie and Britt. I mean, like,
I actually think that it's going to do the opposite. I think it's going to give them something fresh because they've been a heel for so long. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Britt Baker been heel since 2019. So give it something fresh, you know what I mean? Let's see what she could do as a babyface again. When she was originally a babyface in AEW, she had no personality because she was first getting started. So now she has more personality. She has more confidence. She's better in the ring. She's better on the mic. Let's see what she could do as a babyface again.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait to see. I mean, everybody's been saying here, even Dom and Tim are saying Blood and Guts is where they're going, homegrown versus the Outsiders. I know I've been hearing about that. They try to book it like the Click, the Outsiders. Maybe so. Let's see what Tim says. Britt, Hayter, Sheeta, Willow, Nyla versus Saraya, Tony, Athena, Ruby, and who's the other one? Could be Mercedes Moné, maybe so.
Nah, you know what? If it's you know what? I don't know.
Who could it be? Who could it be?
Throw fucking, you know, what's her name?
It's
Chris Statlander in that bitch.
Oh, yeah, if she's ready to go, I would throw Chris Statlander. I definitely agree. Like I said, I mean, I don't know where they're going with this storyline. I'm just more like, I don't know, man. I really don't know where they're going with this. I'm lost. I mean, like I said, I'm lost. I just want to see. We'll see, man. We'll see how they develop this, and if we do see what they mentioned here in the chat, you know, like how Dom and Tim, that's right, Rosa. Imagine her turning heel.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Oh shit! Fucking Tim King, you son of a bitch! You may. Oh man, we could. You know what? We could see that happen too. Undergoing heel.
I like that.
I like that. I love that. Oh man, yes.
Nah, yeah.
All right.
I'll take that. Let's talk about this main event. Main event time. Very emotional matchup. Jay Lethal versus Mark Briscoe. You know, I mean, we all talked about the tragedy that happened and what Jay Briscoe meant to us. You know, I mean, I wasn't here last week. I didn't get to really mention, you know, how much Jay Briscoe meant to me personally. You know, he did something very special for me and my mom one time, which, you know, was awesome because I remember my mom, she wasn't really big into wrestling, but she loved the fucking Briscoe brothers, right? And I remember she would come with us to Ring of Honor shows. And there was one show she had an appointment, a doctor's appointment before the show. And I went to go wait online, and she said she's going to meet me over there. And when I was waiting online, I met the Briscoe brothers. And they took a video from my mom. And Jay Briscoe fucking, you know, he didn't have to do all this, but Jay Briscoe not only took a video from my mom, made sure to tell security when we were there to let him know we tell security that, hey, you know, Tara wants to see Jay Briscoe and Jay Briscoe's going to give the okay. And then after the show, he came over to my mom and gave her a big hug and all that. That was the type of man Jay Briscoe was. Didn't have to do all that. All this was just because I said that my mom's a big fan of yours. She's coming later on to the show. You know, he made it a point to say, all right, when she comes, I'm going to let security know, you know, after the show, let them know that, hey, I'm Tara. I want to see Jay Briscoe. Boom, boom, boom. Briscoe brothers come out after the show to come, after everyone leaves, to just see my mom and give her a hug. Like, that shit right there shows the type of man he is. After that, I would never have anything but the utmost respect for Jay Briscoe. So, Rusty's, you know, all condolences and praise to the family. But yeah, the Briscoe brothers are side of the ring with the most humble and just wholesome human beings I've ever met in wrestling or out of wrestling. They were just so amazing to actually have that like one-on-one time with them. Really cool. This matchup, I ain't gonna lie, this shit made me cry. Like I fucking was weeping at the end when you had Mark Briscoe talking to the camera saying, I love you, Jay. It's just it's still not real. You know what I mean? This shit doesn't feel real that we lost Jay Briscoe. Like it's like a bad nightmare that he's no longer here. Like I legit was just saying on the if you remember what was it, 2-3 weeks ago on the show that we did the Go Home Awards or the year-end awards, I said that the match of the year was the dog collar match between Jay and Mark Briscoe versus FTR. To think that was less than a month ago. And now a month later, Jay Briscoe's not even here with us anymore. Like, this shit's just surreal. But amazing main event. Mark Briscoe put on a hell of a show. Jay Lethal put on a hell of a show. I hope that we see more of Mark Briscoe in AEW. Really crazy to see him come out with both tag team titles. And I like the little tribute that they did for him at the end with the wrestlers coming out and having him on the what's called the screen. Fuck TBS for not allowing this to happen last week. You know what I mean? AEW wasn't allowed to show fucking a video package or anything. So fuck them for that. But, you know, at least they let this happen this week. So great way to end the show. I thought it was really special. What did you think? Well, I don't know. I can't hear you. I don't know.
I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. Go ahead.
All right, no doubt. Let's see what's in the chats. Dom says, I cried so many times from the minute Jay Lethal hit the ramp looking like an emotional wreck. For real, you could tell like he was crying backstage, for sure. TK says, Tony Khan is insane for pulling that off. Prayers to the family. Mark Briscoe's composure was ridiculous. I was crying how was he not? Loved every second of it. Tim, beautiful story, Junior. I appreciate it, man. But yeah, you know, I was just watching the video. Mark Briscoe backstage yesterday. He was with Caprice Coleman, and Caprice Coleman was saying like we all came, you know, to show support to Mark Briscoe, and Mark Briscoe was showing support to us. You know, like Mark Briscoe was saying in his video that, you know, he knows that his brother's still here. He knows that he's just physically not here, but he hasn't left him. And, you know, for the last 23 years, every time he went to a wrestling show, it was with Jay. There was never a time that Jay and Mark were not together. So with that being said, Mark knows that Jay's going to still be by his side regardless, and he's going to continue wrestling and going on with his career just, you know, to honor Jay. So I think that that's beautiful. And I'll tell you this right now, Mark Briscoe shows that he ain't just a tag wrestler. Like, he could go as a single star as well. He had that time period in Ring of Honor where Jay Briscoe was the world champion and Mark Briscoe was doing more singles matches and showed that he could go. So I think that if anything, Mark Briscoe is going to be one hell of a singles competitor for AEW and for Ring of Honor. I could see Mark Briscoe being a new Ring of Honor champion. I could see him taking the title from Claudio. Like, why not? Like, he definitely deserves it. Dom says, props to Mark for showing up and showing out so quickly on Jay's birthday. Yes, that's another thing. We didn't mention that yesterday was actually Jay's birthday. Would have been 39 years old. It's crazy, man. Like, absolutely insane to think about, like, him passing away a week before his birthday. I believe it was Mark's birthday last week. It's crazy. You're like, I was there when what's it called? Jay Briscoe won the Ring of Honor champ Kevin Steen in the Hammerstein Ballroom. I was there when Jay Briscoe and the Young Bucks and the the SCU had their fucking ladder war. I was there when they won their 9th tag team champion, their tag team champion, their 11th tag team champion. Like, for sure, like it's just crazy to think that like the Briscoes played such a huge part of my wrestling fandom for like the last 10, 15 years. To think that, you know, we're never going to see them tag again is just fucking devastating.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good, bro.
My apologies. We're gonna start. It's just this was tough, to be honest with you. Was it easy? No. Seeing this match got me teared up. It's seeing Jay Lethal, of course, not being in character, being himself, you know, because dedicating a match to one of his best friends, great rivalry that he had with Jay Briscoe in Ring of Honor. Creative. phenomenal rivalries. This is when Jay was the singles competitor. Man, if when I heard the news about Warner Brothers Discovery did it, I applaud them and mainly Tony for pushing it. And I'm glad that they allowed this to happen. So I was, I was happy that they allowed it to happen.
For sure.
Because this man deserves his tribute, his respect, regardless. Of course, we're all human beings. We all make mistakes. You know, things are said. Nobody's perfect. You know, he made amends for it. He found God in his life, along with his brother and family. And, you know, they changed the world. But no, with the words that they spread, the gospel they spread around the world as human beings and what they've done for us in the ring. And that's the most beautiful thing of all time. They gave us their blood, sweat, and tears, giving us a show for us to cheer, to boo, to cry, to be mad. This man deserved every single minute of it, of this tribute. I was glad to see Mark, the way he is holding him, how he really, you know, is really moving forward with this. He's like, I can't do this. I can't just, he can't stay home and somber, just lost. He needs to continue to move forward for his brother. And I'm glad that they allow him now to work on television moving forward. And I hope we see a lot more Mark. You know, I hope we see the bit more of him. But this was very emotional, and it really hit me. It really did hit me. I mean, I cried. I cried from when hearing the story. I, you know, cried to just seeing this match. It was hard for me to, you know, it's always hard for me because I know as much Ring of Honor because of these men. I started Ring of Honor, me watching 2010, 11. A little bit, you know, started watching it from there. Getting to know who are these individuals. And, yeah, really loved it. I'm glad that that this match was great, by the way. And then, of course, the Jake Driller, amazing. Love it, man. I just not too much. I mean, everything you added, everything what you said. I mean, there's something to check out on, man. It's I'm happy that he got the tribute and seeing the roster coming out, giving, of course, you know, right there in the entranceway. I know Samoa Joe was reaching for the hug, but I know Mark was in this moment, you know, like, hey, you know what, and holding 2 belts. That's what really hit me is him carrying the 2 belts, the Ring of Honor tag team titles. Seeing Enrique Boni there and Caprice, and then seeing the next day, you know, the Caprice that he posted that social media with Mark, you know, high spirits, man. That's an inspiration there and admiration. Man, let's just continue for us to honor Jay's legacy, continue to reminisce the incredible time he's given to us, and support and love the family, and support and love Mark, and for his career, as if he continues to be performing as a singles competitor. Hey, you never know. He probably gives JD the belt here. You're gonna tag with me. I would not mind that at all. I will tear more if that ever happens. I don't mind that. I will cry about that.
And just to answer TK's question in the chat, the only Jay Briscoe was world champion in Ring of Honor. Mark Briscoe never won a singles title in Ring of Honor. So I think now is the perfect time. But yeah, I mean, amazing episode of Dynamite. I got to say, I really enjoyed it. Top to bottom, great action, and a really great way to end the show. I really enjoyed it, man. Overall, Good episode of Dynamite. You agree?
Agreed, man. Nothing to say bad about it.
Great. Well, Autobots roll out.
It is that time, ladies and gentlemen, because we hit the 2-hour mark. We are done for this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in here at episode 138. You already know what that time it is. It is time for
Autobots, transform and roll out.
That is right. It is time to roll out of here, ladies and gentlemen. But first of all, I want to thank everybody here in the chat. Thank, of course, Clark's Wrestling Podcast, Universal Wrestling Podcast, Johnny Autism, of course, Wrestling, Tim King, Dom, of course,
Broadcast,
man, the
World
Broadcast,
Elite.
World Elite, man. Everybody in this chat, thank you so much. We love you guys and appreciate you all. Do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, that tomorrow, great finish to a great episode. Thank you very much, Tom. We love you and appreciate you. Don't forget,
love you.
Tune in tomorrow, of course. The Top Rope Wrestling Talk, they'll be in, of course, as well live. Assuming they'll be live at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, on the Rewind Wrestling Network. You catch Top Rope Wrestling Talk. And of course, later on within that evening, you will catch, of course, the 4-year anniversary of Clark's Wrestling Podcast. Of course, you will catch Devin and Hafiz. Ladies and gentlemen, we're celebrating the 4-year anniversary, and do not forget to buy their merch. Get your merch. I'm taking away their momentum, but hey, remember, get your ass off the hot ass sand, because get the sweaters because you want to stay toasty. You want to stay toasty as well, but also get our merch. Get the hell our merch. We got merch. Go right there to the link tree on the bio.
We got a few garments.
We got some, got some towels, beach towels, so you get your ass out of the hand sand, get your ass out of the hot ass sand too. If you're cold, we got some get some Delorean sweaters. Man, we got the whole shebang too. You're able to go to our link tree, get it right there, purchase your Wrestling Delorean and Circle Debate merchandise. And to everybody listening to audio platforms, thank you for everything, for listening to us. People that are brand new, that are listening and watching, make sure you subscribe. Hit that YouTube notification button down below. Hit the subscribe button. Get the bell notification. Bang, bang. So you can see some, of course, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, of course, the Wrestling Delorean Podcast. And, of course, Thursdays here, Circle Debate. And New Japan shows sometimes Saturdays here and there. MMA's Wednesdays here and there. So we have a lot of content coming up. But tomorrow, we'll be here as well. Make sure you keep an eye on our social media platforms, as Mr. DeLorean here, Mr. Off-Roads, is going to be hosting, of course, the predictions for PCW Ultra anniversary show, which is a 7-year anniversary, which I will be joining him, and hopefully we'll have some exclusive surprises for you guys.
Never know who will pop up. Last time we had Hammerstone pop up, unannounced. So who knows? Maybe we get Jacob Fatu. Maybe we get Black Taurus. Maybe we'll get Davey Richards. Who knows who will pop up?
That is right. So you never know, ladies and gentlemen, who will pop up. But stay tuned for that. You'll get the time, and just make sure, if you want to catch that, subscribe, follow us. Make sure you do. We're almost at that 400 mark. So, go ahead. We're at 394. We're trying to hit that 400 mark. We're trying to get to that 5, a little bit more, of course, more than that. But stay tuned. Make sure you keep an eye on that. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody, Latinoamérica, saludos a todos de Colombia, Nicaragua, Honduras, Salvador, México, España, todos a ustedes, Latinoamérica, gracias por escuchar. Y viéndonos aquí cerca de debate, no se olviden de suscribirnos a nuestro canal, aquí en el canal de YouTube, y también suscribe y síganos en nuestras plataformas de audio plataformas, y también en el Facebook, en el Instagram y Twitter, The Wrestling Delorean Podcast y Circle Debate. Síguenos, y gracias por el apoyo y el amor. Nos queremos mucho. Gracias, European listeners. Thank you so much. Guten Tag, Miguel Testir. Tschüss to everybody out there in Europe, Belgium, Germany, Switzerland, everybody out there in Europe. Vamos to India. Shout out to Ireland and Australia. Thank you so much for keeping us up there, man. You guys are keeping us up there. Australia, much love. Ireland, much love. We thank you so much. So we'll be back tomorrow. Make sure catch De Niro's notification. He'll let you know when we'll be on for PCW Ultra. A lot of surprises will be coming. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you very much. And we appreciate De Niro for hosting today for the rest of the hour. Did a fantastic job. Hell yeah. He did
it's always an honor to be on here with you. And if you guys, you know what I mean? If you give me the little reins, I will always appreciate it. So thank you so much. You know what I mean? This is your show, and I appreciate you always having me.
It's our show. It's not my show. Our show, okay? Because we are.
Because I'm built differently.
We're built differently, okay? Because
that was Uzi.
Yeah.
But yes, De Niro, let the people know what do we do here on COD, the Wrestling Delorean, the Bloodline, of course, and the League, and the Wolfpack, everybody else, and Fake Destroyed. Tell them, and Lords of Gotham.
Yes,
Tell them
sir.
what the hell we do.
We make history. That's it. Just a little history. Just a little history. We make a little history.
We'll make a little history, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Take care, y'all.
Must bid you adieu, a goodbye, mwah, and good night. Oh my God, it's so great. Bang! Yes!